Welcome to This Week in Magic for September 20th, 2019. I'm your host, Cinder Shadow. First, we've got the release notes that came out for Throne of Eldraine, which is nice to see at least a week in advance. That way we can take a look over them. There is the state of the game that came out with Arena about to leave the beta next week, and the greedy pockets of Wizards of the Coast is added again with another collector's edition. Stay tuned and sit back, relax, and enjoy. Well, we're going to cover this deluxe edition first because it came out yesterday, and what you see here is pretty much what you get. You get a 3x3 sheet that's been cut off a Throne of Eldraine foil sheet. You get a picture of Garruk, this nice little poster that you can maybe frame. You get this nice little trading binder that screams, "Grab me while you can," with this nice purple Planeswalker symbol on it. It's pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. Leather bound and stuff like that. You get this nice outer case that it all comes in, and 16 collector booster packs. Along with that, you get a bunch of stuff for Arena. You get some extra sleeves. You get one copy of a bunch of cards, one Cursed Huntsman, one Charming Prince, the Magic Mirror, Witch's Vengeance, Bone Crusher Giant, and Questing Beast, along with the style for each of them. And this is available on the Wizards store October 2nd for the low price of $49.99. Pretty much $450 American. Here in Canada, that's probably close to $700 once you add custom shipping and everything else. What? Why? There's so many more things I can think of that you can buy for $450. Maybe a Switch, maybe a PS4, a nice video card for your computer. I don't know. You guys tell me what you would buy for $450 other than that. That just seems absurd for what you get in this. It might be worth it for the collector's boosters because they're supposed to be about $20 a piece, but you get 16 of them, so $160, $320 at $20 a piece. That's just off the top of my head. So there's another $130 that you're trying to fit in with the 3x3 foil sheet, the Garruk, and a non-foil Kenrith that you do get with it. There's lots of questions there, and it's a very strange product for them to put together. They're also including shipping to a lot more places than just the USA and Canada, so there is quite a bit more that you can get it from, but it'll be interesting for those that pick this up. And the state of the game has come out. Once upon a time, well... so we finally found out there is the new introduction to Throne of Eldraine. There's a time where you could play any deck in Standard. Yes, any deck. So for, I believe it's the first week, this is saying all cards are unlocked for Throne of Eldraine. So what's the point of the pre-release that all these other streamers get to do? There is none anymore. Yay! Everyone gets their pre-release. But they're doing this new event where if you win 12 games in this new event with your unlocked cards, you win one card of every card in Standard. But you have to do 12 wins and you can't lose more than once. So it's 12. Anyone with the record of 12-1 will get every card in Standard. Only one copy of every card in Standard, not 4, but 1. Cool, I guess. There's 5 sets. They're doing this at rotation. Yeah. Talking about new mechanics in here. Play any Standard deck, win every Standard card. So that starts on the 26th, and you can earn a copy of every card in Standard. On October 6th, they'll be holding a 36 follow-up event where you can also build and play with any deck in Standard. If you manage to earn 12 wins before receiving 2 losses, you walk away with a prize that includes 1 copy of every card in Standard for your collection. Sure, be warned, you only have 1 shot or 1 opportunity to participate in both events. So it's not you can go back into it. The second you do 2 losses, you're out. You get nothing. You get what you get, which I don't know. It's really putting pressure on a lot of people, and I'm not entirely happy of that because I know the way the shuffler works, and unfortunately because they're using the Unity engine, not only are you fighting against other people, but you're fighting against a AI program to try and make these. If you get 0 to 1 wins, you get a Eldraine rare ICR and the Golden Egg card sleeve. 2 to 3 wins, you get 2 ICRs, which is individual card reward. 4 to 5 wins, 3 of them. 6 to 7 wins, 4 of them. 8 wins, you get 5 of them. At 9 to 10 wins, you get a sealed event token. My God, really? 5 ICRs and the card sleeve. At 11 wins, you get every card in Throne of Eldraine, plus a sealed event token. And at 12 wins, you get every card in Standard, sealed event token, and the Golden Egg. Yeah, there's no entry fee, but you only get 1 shot at it, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. And for those of you that are behind on the Core 2020 Mastery Pass, they came out with the 5 bonus levels card redemption code, so that'll give you 5,000 experience. It'll earn you 5 levels. Myself, it doesn't matter. I have level 100 already, mainly because I hadn't missed anything, and I got a couple more levels off the Core 2020 event. So it is nice to see that. Now, they finally came out with new details for the Eldraine Mastery. You get the 7 Kitten card sleeves, you get a Garruk avatar, and the common Fey Fox. This Fey Fox is absolutely adorable, derpy, and cute. You can see it here. It's better than the cat, in all honesty. It'll be interesting. He's pretty derpy looking, and I hate to say it, but I must have it. Talks about how things are rotating. Battle displays getting a little bit of change. You got play for both standard play and historic play. Ranked play is changing to standard ranked. Traditional play is standard traditional play. Traditional ranked is standard traditional ranked play. Constructed event is standard event. And traditional constructed event is standard traditional event. Blech. Well, that's the end of the beta. It is over. It's time to share what we're going to get. So anyone that was able to log in before the 26th, so before next Friday, you have the renewal gift. You each receive at least 10 rare individual card rewards. Earlier I did think these were wild cards, but they're not. They're individual card rewards. This here, the original shot of this showed these as wild cards and not as card rewards. So I'm really upset that they've changed that. That's the way it should have been presented in the first place. Not as wild cards, but as individual card rewards, if that was their initial thing. So eligible players will receive additional rewards for the first 25 levels of the Eldraine Mastery set. Bonus 14 Eldraine boosters, 2 Mastery Orbs, 4 standard booster packs, and 10 uncommon individual card rewards. And those that's the width mastery? I thought it was 16 packs originally. I'm pretty sure that said 16. But I could be wrong on that. Interesting. They talk about what's in development. So there is a friends list that's got an ETA coming out in October, and then friends messaging, so an in-chat client that'll let you message with each other. I always said that this isn't really a needed feature for the game because we have Discord and it's already linked through that. And in all honesty, there's all these third-party messengers anyway. So stuff like that does bog down the system. And if you can keep it separate, then it's going to run smoother for a lot of other people. But this was something that's on everyone's mind, so that's supposedly coming. Constructed Brawl will happen in October. The Mac OS is in development still. Historic Cards, Epic Game Store, we've touched that in the past. New event types. In concept is cube drafting, which will be interesting. Friends deck sharing. I don't know if that just means you can direct share your deck lists. The Corsa 2021 and Zendikar Rising. Other than that, there isn't a huge upcoming card sets out in the wilds. Beyond launch. We do get the Flip Avatar, and there's supposedly card sleeves to go with it because you're getting totally lost. And now we get to Rally for the Throne. Not soon enough, we'll tune in September 24th. Content producers and streamers, not me because I'm nobody's favorite, because they get to show off the Early Access event. Yay! Early Access event, even though everyone's getting it now, starting on the 26th. The other thing that's come out is, here's our promos. Well, the buy box promo we already knew was Kenrith the Returned King. The bundle promo is Piper of the Swarm with a very menacing look. And the promo packs with Dark Frame promos. You have Glass Casket, Improbable Alliance, Inspiring Veteran, Kenrith's Transformation, and Slaying Fire. They're giving the foil alternate coloring treatment of all of those. Neat, cool. The other thing that's going on is those people that are attending TwitchCon 2019, if you're at TwitchCon and you happen to see this video or nobody knows somebody there, they are giving away codes at TwitchCon that will unlock these specialty sleeves. These are really nice purple berry food zombie sleeves. You get one of these codes, and that code is good for yourself and 3 friends. So you get 4 copies of a code to hand out. So if anyone at TwitchCon sees this and would like to pass along a code, I would be muchly appreciated. And then we come to the release notes this week. So, a few things. One, Adventurer cards are creature cards. First and foremost, they are creature cards in your hand, not in your hand, every zone except for the stack. If you happen to cast a creature card for its instant ability, then it goes on the stack as an instant. Once it leaves the stack, it is back to a creature card. So if you have something that says return target instant or sorcery, you will not be able to target it because it's considered a creature card. However, on the stack, if you cast it for an instant and you have Thousand Year Storm out, my understanding is it would still count as that instant for your storm counter. So it is very unique in that sense. Now, if you have things that target for a free cast of like two mana or less, that's where I'm not entirely sure of. It is very interesting. They must follow timing restrictions, affect copies and adventure spell. The copy is exile as it resolves, but you can't copy the creature. Casting a card as an adventure isn't casting it for an alternative cost. Effects that allow you to cast a spell for an alternative cost or without paying its mana cost may allow you to apply those to the adventure. So my understanding is if you're able to cast this for the CMC of the creature spell, you then can choose the adventure part of the card. But I'm trying to read and find more clarification on that just to double check. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out, especially with like Thousand Year Storm or free casting. We've got other things. There was another thing, and it was with the Happily Ever After card. They do talk about how all these cards you need, all this other card. I'm just trying to find the card because there is a ton of rulings for each and every card because every card has a book to them all. It is very interesting. It is so far down here as we're scrolling. Oh boy. This is the problem with the, here we go, Happily Ever After. Okay, the second triggered ability of Happily Ever After has one very long intervening if clause. This means that if all conditions must be true as your upkeep begins, you must control permanents with all 5 colors. Your permanents and graveyard must contain 6 or more card types, and your life total must be high enough, or the ability won't trigger at all. If they are not all true as the ability resolves, you won't win the game. Players can't take any action during your turn before your upkeep begins. So if you have any triggers that you want to get done, it has to be done at the end of a turn before your turn begins. You could have one permanent that's all 5 colors, or 5 colors could be spread among any number of permanents. Like the Niv Mizzet Reborn, it is a permanent of all 5 colors. Lands are normally colorless permanents, even if they tap for mana of a certain color, so lands do not count. The card types that could appear among permanents and cards in your graveyard are Artifact, Creature, Enchantment, Instant, Land, Planeswalker, and Sorcery. So we were correct in that thinking that Instant and Sorcery in your graveyard will count towards that. Certain older sets contain tribal cards as well. Super types such as Legendary and Basic aren't card types. Ignore the alternative characteristics of adventure cards in your graveyard. Its alternative card type won't be counted among the card types in your graveyard. That meaning adventure cards are creature cards solely. They do not count as an instant and or sorcery. In a two-headed giant game, Happily Ever After, first ability causes each team to gain 5 life twice. So each player gains 5 life. So I did want to just touch on that one because that did come up in last night's stream. So lots to cover this week. There are lots of news. It is great to finally see the game coming out of beta. The standard event that they're putting out, unlocking every card in standard for a week, and then you get to try and attempt to win all the cards in standard. Remember, it is only one copy, so if you do not win that event, it's not that big of a deal. It's not a pay-to-win scenario because they're unlocking everything. You get to play around with the cards for a week before they take them away. I think it's a good way to introduce a new set, especially going into rotation. However, the one thing that we're missing here is where are all the new player rewards that we were told would be given to the enfranchised players of Arena. I want to know what has happened with the starter decks that people were supposed to get unlocked. There was talk of that beforehand, and I'm still not seeing any word of that. If there's an update on that, I will try and update it as I get it, probably during live streams as going forward. Going forward, this channel is in a state of flux. I don't know where the chips are going to lie at the moment. I am technically still jobless, and yet I'm told I'm employed. So I don't know where things are going to lie. It may be a simple thing of I'm a hurry up and wait scenario to go to a work site. So until then, I do need as much help as possible. Me and my family, we are struggling at best. So if anyone wants to help out, I do have Patreon links down below. It's not to the point where we're just going to be shutting everything down at this point because of the help I have received. But going forward, just for a little bit of sense of mind, any help is muchly appreciated, and I will have links down below for that. Anyway, thanks for watching this week. And thanks to all the patrons that I do have. Without you guys, I wouldn't still be here. I wouldn't be making this content for you guys. And this has been a driving goal for me to continue with this as the few that have signed up and supported me there. Thank you, and have yourselves a great weekend, a great FNM, and we will see you guys next week during the Throne of Eldraine release.